So I have the over laminate over all three. The amount that I paid for this 2019 ZL1 1LE with about 500 miles on it was... Good morning, everyone. Well, actually, afternoon. I just wake up really late, and this is now morning. But regardless, in today's video, yes, we are going to be talking about how much I paid for the ZL1 1LE, and this golf bag is obviously in the way, so you can only see like part of the car. But Canards, but Nards, and Big Wing, aka Big Wang. So we'll talk about that, but first I do have to go do a couple things, so I'm gonna take you guys with me, and don't worry, it's not gonna be boring stuff. So we're actually gonna be looking at a new color for the Dodge Charger, which is pretty cool. Hopefully I can get a review done today, and then we are also looking at wrap options for the 1LE because I do want to get this wrapped. And sorry, we're not going to be taking the 1LE right now because I'm trying to like minimize the amount of time that I drive this car until I get it wrapped, because I mean, well, black paint and rock chips and all that stuff, they just don't do well together. So we're gonna leave it here for most of the time. God bless remote start. I mean, it doesn't sound as good as the 1LE, but it's okay. So I've been parking my Raptor on the curb here because then it's so much easier to like get in and out, because I leave like 50 times a day just because of what I do. And I mean, it's not illegal because stop sign's over there and I'm over 25 feet away from it. But in the past, when I've parked trucks here, I've gotten complaints from my neighbors. So if you're watching this and you're one of my neighbors, please don't complain, because it makes you a bad person and that's really annoying. And I want to keep parking my Raptor here because then it's nice and it makes driveway access easier for the other cars. And then it also just makes access for me easier because then I can just like pull it up on the rocks and then I can drive off. And yeah, so let's set off. Part of me regrets not taking the ZL1 out because 61 degrees outside, very few clouds, and I mean, it's like a perfect day for it. I wish it was already wrapped. Here at the Dodge store in Sandy, and hopefully you guys see a video of this car before this video, because then that would be assuming that I reviewed it, so that's the hope. But well, gotta pop out, and there she is. So this is the new Hell Raisin, I think is the color. I think that's what it's called. Sorry if I just said that wrong, but I think it's Hell Raisin. But yeah, just here, it does not look like Plum Crazy Purple at all. It's definitely like pinkish, more of like a pinkish hue. Like the Plum Crazy is like a dark purple, whereas this is more like a pinkish purple, if that makes sense at least. But yeah, no, it's pretty cool. I mean, look at it next to black. So you can kind of see just how it's still pretty dark. Let's see if I said that right. Yep, Hell Raisin, but like raisin as in like Raisin Bran Crunch. This is, I don't know, guys, I don't know what I'm doing. But maybe that's what they're trying to do, is they're trying to make it the color of a raisin. That makes sense then. That actually makes sense. Let me know if that's what it is. But yeah, there it is. And if this doesn't work out for some reason, then I'm gonna review one of those things. So this is pretty neat, guys. I got super lucky. So initially I thought that, oh, I'm just gonna be able to film a video on this Hell Raisin Charger. But guess what? There's also a Frostbite Challenger. So yes, we're getting reviews on both of them, and both the colors, just in person, they look ridiculous. Like, especially this Frostbite, I mean, yeah, it looks so cool. I mean, look at it next to the Raptor. Yeah, it's just a really neat look. Well, I'm finished with my reviews on both of those, so I've got to return these 2 keys, and then we've got to make it over to Doug at Elite Vinyl Works. We got to make it to his place. He's probably leaving at about 5 today is what he told me, and it's about 4 o'clock. I have to get home, get the ZL1 and get there, and yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it. Well, actually, I probably will make it because it is a ZL1, and I don't want to incriminate myself, but like, I hit some really high speeds last night. Like, it's a lot faster than I thought it would be. That's all I have to say. I sent a pretty funny video to John Jenks, which I'm considering putting in this video, but I'm not 100% sure because, again, I don't want to incriminate myself, but it's pretty funny. But we're gonna head out now. I finally made it back home, so we've got the ZL1 here, and we're gonna head over to Doug's, and I have never seen so many people outside walking, and I think it's awesome, but then also doing a ton of yard work. But at the same time, I'm not sure how this is actually accomplishing the whole social distancing thing if everyone's just outside in contact with other people, which is, yeah. So regardless, let's do something more positive, which is getting a cold start up here with the ZL1. And this is a real cold start, by the way. I have not started this car since like last night at 1 I think it was like 1 a.m., but whatever. Oh, I didn't press lock. That was my bad. Okay, now we should be good for a cold start. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but she's angry when it's a cold start. I don't think I have like conveyed this very well. This car is so underrated. Like every single car review that I watched on this and every single person that I saw talk about this, I feel like all they had to say were like bad things on this car, and they always every single comparison, this car like always seemed to lose. And in my experience with owning a Shelby GT350 and driving all the cars that I've driven, this is definitely one of the most underrated cars out there. It's so much better than like car reviewers and magazines make it out to seem. Like it really is. Like it's crazy, but we gotta go. I hope I can figure this out. So I have to have it in the automatic mode because again, I still haven't like gained that skill of being able to film and drive. It's difficult for me. But like this car is just, it's ridiculous. Like everything about it, it's so ridiculous. Like it gets no traction whatsoever, which is actually so much fun. Like it's terrifying, but it's not terrifying like in a Hellcat. So like a Hellcat, you get no traction and then you end up like, it's scary. But this, like you get like a little bit of like shaky and then it like figures itself out, but it's so crazy. Like that's just like so partial on the acceleration, and it's so crazy. Like you don't even have to try with this car. That's why I freaking love this car so much. It's such a crazy car. And I'm gonna attempt to get you guys like a highway acceleration coming up here. Now I think we're getting good. It's so ridiculous. Why does there have to be so much traffic right now? This is so frustrating. We somehow made it here to Elite Vinyl Works in one piece. So we're gonna go for the wrap options. And this time I'm trying something a little bit different. I'm gonna show you guys the wrap options I'm thinking about, and then I kind of will let you guys just a little bit more in on it than just making it like a full surprise. So we have the carbon fiber here on the hood. What I'm thinking about doing is putting the carbon fiber onto the roof to match the spoiler, and then obviously to match the hood. So this one is the printed carbon fiber, and then this is the textured carbon fiber. Now the printed, it's kind of has like more of like a gloss finish, just like what the hood has. However, the textured, in color and everything, it looks almost identical, so I think this might be the route to go. So these are two of the options I'm looking at. So this is the gold over laminate. This is the same thing that's on the Raptor. So this one is gloss ambulance yellow. So there's kind of, and it's hard to tell just because it's just the one little sheet, but that's kind of what that looks like. I'm not so sure about that because the ambulance yellow almost looks like a greenish yellow, and then this one's just gloss yellow. So this one, I think this might be the route to go, because then it'll just basically make the Camaro look just basically gold, which I think would look crazy. This is another interesting one. So this one is called Solar Flash, and it looks like it's a little bit of a color shift, so it kind of changes from yellow to lime green. I'm not sure if the gold over laminate would work with this. Might actually work pretty well though. Yeah, that actually looks definitely different. I'm just not sure about the green. So this one is matte iced yellow titanium, so pretty interesting. Now the gold over laminate will kind of make it have a little bit more of a gloss finish. That might look just ridiculous. I actually like that a lot, just like how dark this yellow is. I think with the gold, this one actually might be the one to go for. This is kind of risky though. Like this is risky, but I think I might be the route to go. This last one is the gloss metallic gold. Now my only problem with this is it's just so dark that it would almost just make it look brown, and I don't know, I just don't think that's a very good look. So that one's definitely going to be out, and that is super sparkly. So I have the over laminate over all three that I am pretty much like set, or on one of these three I'm set on. So this is the yellow. So this one would look kind of like the most gold with the over laminate on it. This one is the Solar Flash. So this one is like, again, the green to yellow. So that one would look just different, like really different, but I bet it would look cool still. And then finally, we have the matte yellow, which this one, it almost looks like green in certain lights, which is weird on the camera, but like in person, it doesn't look green at all. It's just like a yellow. And so, yeah, I'm not exactly sure. But again, this isn't green. This is yellow for sure. The camera's just, I don't know what it's doing. So here's the tentative plan. So we're gonna use one of those colors. So all the parts that you see in the car that are black, those will be wrapped any of those colors that I just talked about. Now, one of the things I'm thinking about is just debadging the car. So we've got the ZL1 here and on the other side. So when you do the paint protection film on the carbon fiber there, just debadging it. And then all of this stuff that's just textured plastic. Just gonna leave that because that's gonna just basically match with the theme of the car. Obviously, we're not doing anything with the wheels right now. The mirrors, probably gonna make those body colored because I think it would look funny to have the black mirrors. Now the roof, this is the one that I'm a little bit confused about. So I was thinking about doing the carbon fiber, but now I'm thinking about making body painted because a little antenna at the top would be kind of difficult to wrap with the carbon fiber. So you'd have to either have to make it one of like the green or the gold, or you'd have to do like basically matte black or something like that. And then finally, the last thing in the rear is probably again just going to get rid of that badge because I don't really need anyone to know that it's a ZL1. Just keep the Chevy logos, get rid of those badges. I'll still have them, I just don't think the car needs them. I think that it would look cleaner without the badges. We are finally back and we're gonna cap things off with going over obviously the topic of the video, but I first want to show you guys the window sticker of the car. So yes, it is, well, it's in the ZL1. So here is a ye old window sticker, which I'm just gonna throw it on the ground just for video's sake. Now I kind of showed this to you guys in my review of the car itself. I'm gonna show this to you guys again. So there is the basically base MSRP before options. The 1LE package is $7,500. Another weird package, obviously the automatic transmission, $1,500, that's not weird. Performance data recorder, that's pretty cool, $1,300. The weird stuff gets in this little area right here. I'm not gonna go over all of it, just like a couple things. Like for example, fuel door in carbon fiber, $280. This thing right here, $280. And the other one that was really funny is the center console lid, $325 for this. So getting the center console like that, $325. I'm sorry this is rolling up, but you guys can look at this at your own leisure. There's the total MSRP, $77,335. Sorry about the awkward camera angle, but I think this will work best for at least what I'm trying to do for this part of the video. So I want you guys to actually guess what I paid for the ZL1 1LE before I announce it. Now I'm going to give you guys some examples to help you out so that you can make like an educated decision on what you think I paid for it. So first off, the ZL1 1LE that I purchased is a 2019, had 500 miles on it before I've already driven it a bunch, so it has more than that. But when I purchased it, it had about 500 miles on it. It's a 1LE package. You guys saw the sticker, all of that. So again, 2019, 500 miles. So this is the cheapest ZL1 for sale in the entire United States, and hopefully that focuses so you guys can see that. It is a 2018 ZL1. It has 41,000 miles on it, and they are asking $42,000 for it. Now, there is one that's cheaper than this, but it's a salvage title. This one just has an accident on the Carfax, so I feel like this is like the cheapest one that's still like a reasonable car because the other one is literally torn apart. So, cheapest ZL1 in the country is $42,200. Now, I found the cheapest ZL1 1LE for sale in the US, and well, hopefully it'll pick up. Oh, sorry about that, guys, but there you go. There is the ZL1 1LE. So it's a 2018. It has 15,000 miles on it. It's $51,998. 2018. And again, that one has the clean Carfax, so no issues with that. So there's the cheapest ZL1 1LE. Now, the cheapest ZL1 1LE that I could find that has, or that's a 2019, is this white one. So hopefully, again, it picks up on that so you guys can see everything there. So again, this one's a 2019, almost 11,000 miles on it, and they're asking $54,599 for it. And then finally, I found as close as I could, like a car that compares to what I purchased. So I found a 2020, I know it's not a 2019, sorry, I tried my best, but I couldn't find a 19 that has the same amount of miles. But it's a 2020 and it has 523 miles, automatic transmission. It's white. Here it is. Okay, so hopefully you guys got a little bit of a glimpse of that. So that one, 500 miles, and they're asking $62,994 for that one. Automatic transmission, one owner, so super similar to what I purchased. So that gives you guys kind of like a range. And so again, I want you guys to guess before I announce it. So I'll give you guys a second to just guess. So now that you have commented down below what you think I paid for it, the amount that I paid for this 2019 ZL1 1LE with about 500 miles on it was $53,500. And if you were paying attention, that is significantly less than what the market is on the car right now. right? Because the cheapest 2019 right now with 10,000 miles on it is about the same amount of, well, actually more money than what I paid for it. And then there was that 2018 with 15,000 miles that was just a little bit less money. So I basically got what you'd consider, I would say, about a $7,000 discount off of what full retail is, because that 2020 is $63,000, which I would say that since this is 1 year older, it'd probably be closer to like $60,000, maybe $61,000 for its retail value. So regardless, that's a huge discount. That is gonna sum things up for today's video. And again, I'm super excited for the content to come. I do plan on doing like a point of view canyon drive with the car. And by the way, Corsa, if you're watching this for some reason, we should make it loud like we made the Raptor loud. I'm just saying, it would be awesome. And the Raptor's just peeping out there. But regardless, there's a lot of fun stuff coming with this. If you're stopping for the first time, please subscribe, comment down below what you think, and then I will see all of you in that next video.